Joining me now from Toronto is Kim McCullough, director and founder of Total Female Hockey and former professional hockey player. Great to be able to talk to you about this. Yeah, well, just some of the stats that I was talking about. Team Canada sure is on fire, and the GM saying it's the most talented group of women ever assembled for an Olympic game. How big will this game be in terms of what you're looking for?
Well, we've been waiting 4 years for it. I mean, it's one of the best rivalries in sport, and it only happens once every 4 years. So I'm happy to see Canada and US in the game. You know, it wasn't a foregone conclusion, although this was expected. And I expect it to be a tight battle. You know, I don't expect any more blowouts going either way for either team. And, you know, these players have been dreaming about this moment. Many of them have been here before, but there's a lot of new faces too on both sides. So, you know, I think they might be squeezing their sticks a little bit in the first period, but I expect to see back and forth hockey in a really close contest.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. If you're expecting kind of a pretty good competition, what is it that the Canadian team is going to have to watch out for in terms of the way they play versus the way the Americans play?
Well, the Americans have really been working the puck down low and on the walls, kind of using more of their physical presence down low and scoring maybe what you'd call grittier goals. And they've been practicing that all year long, specifically to highlight the fact that Canadians have a rookie in net and a lot of rookies on the back end. So Canada's going to have to do a great job of denying second shots on net, picking up sticks, just really guarding the front of the net when those opportunities come. But, you know, don't be surprised if you see Team USA in our end for 30, 60, 90 seconds at a time, because that's the style of play they know they have to play to beat Canada.
Yikes, yeah. And then in terms of when they played the Americans earlier, and there was 53 shots on our goal. Anne-Renee Debien was able to stop those shots. I mean, clearly an amazing goalie, but what about the strength of the American goalie?
Well, we're not sure yet who we'll see in net. I'm going to guess it's Alex Cavallini, who played their semifinal game, and she played great against Finland. That was a really great back and forth game. Lots of amazing scoring chances for Finland. So Cavallini rose to the occasion there and got them the win. And, you know, she and Debia have never been in this situation before. So it's really who's the bigger pressure player, who's able to, you know, make those amazing saves and really capture the moment to take home the gold medal for their country.
Tell me what the team has to do in terms of its focus and how they, I mean, obviously how they keep their momentum going, but how they deal with that incredible pressure of a gold medal game.
Well, I can't speak to the Americans, but I've watched all the Canadian games, and they certainly haven't shown any pressure on them yet. You know, they've been playing with joy and smiles and joking around, and I think if we see that from the Canadian team, you know, in the first period, I think we'll be on a good track in terms of the result we want. You know, once you get into the big moment, and this is the moment, the 7 games leading up to this really don't mean anything. So this is the moment they've been waiting for, and I think if Canada plays free and plays with joy, I think they're going to have a better chance of coming up with the gold.
If there are any nerves in terms of the Canadian team, and you would know all about this, stepping onto a ring for an important game, is it really more at the beginning and then you kind of shake that off if you have any nerves at all?
Yeah, I think, you know, every big Canada-US game, the first period is a little bit back and forth, seems a bit like a chess match, like no one's really, you know, showing their big moves, and then they seem to relax in the second period. So, you know, Canada tends to score in bunches. They get 1, they get 4, you know, and I think if Canada's able to crack the U.S. goalie, you know, they may be able to score quite a few in a short run, just like they did against the Americans. When they scored their 3 goals in a row, they were all within 5 minutes when they beat them in the preliminary. So I think whoever gets the first one is going to try to keep them on momentum and get a couple more and build a bigger lead.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so exciting. Okay, Kim McCullough, thank you so much for joining us. Kim is the director and founder of Total Female Hockey and former professional hockey player. Thanks again.
Thank you.